Unmasking the man with a grand plan. SpaceX boss sees governments as service providers to him. Much has been written about Elon Musk, the world's only trillionaire, but what exactly does Muskism entail? To understand, one has to look at what kind of society Musk's version of political economy produces. As he goes about diluting, dismantling, or evading laws and regulations that limit his freedom to accumulate, says author of Muskism, A Guide for the Perplexed. The book examines how apartheid South Africa in 1970s, his Silicon Valley early fortune, SpaceX, Tesla, AI businesses built Muskism. It's a mistake, says co-author and professor of international history at Boston University, Quinn Slobodian, to think that Muskism wants to shrink the state. On the contrary, Slobodian and co-author Ben Tarnoff argue that Musk has always partnered with the state, using its resources to his advantages. The South Africa of Musk's childhood, a white supremacist state built as a techno-political project, was in some respects, like its partner state Israel, a persecutor to our own time, write the authors. Its model of militarized, modernizing isolation fits more comfortably in today's world of export controls, trade wars, rearmaments, and the reshoring. Apartheid South Africa with Muskism cradle that tech can strengthen self reliance in a hostile world. When Musk left for Canada in 1989, apartheid South Africa came along like a spore in his luggage. The idea of Fortness futurism shapes his single promise sovereignty through tech. Evident in his business in internet, space, energy, cyber, AI. All of it was built on foundational tech government built. So, Muskism sees sovereignty as a service. The state was something to be instrumentalized as a resource and a source of power and profit. Government builds the fundamental tech, DARPA to NASA, to Washington's energy independence or green capitalism. Public money finances moon shoots the projects. Government becomes customer, not state exists, but state symbiosis. This isn't simply about government contracting to private sector to achieve strategic goals, but government ceding control over the production and the design. How? By changing the contracting paradigm from a cost plus, where government covered a company's cost plus assured profit, to fixed price that sees companies on relentless cost reduction alongside a much lighter regulatory burden. If the rules are such that you can't progress, then you have to fight the rules. The book quotes the man whose official title at Tesla is Technocking. Muskism's goal is to vassalize it government such that it can only exercise its authority by purchasing services from a monopoly provider. Thus, SpaceX, which started as a military contractor, was responsible for 95% of all US orbital launches and more than half of all launches globally into 2025. Trying to unplug from Musk, you realize he owns the socket. Integral to Muskism is what the authors call financial fabulism, a literary genre that mixes fantasy and the realism, an unshakable belief in the future, and a talent for making others believe in it too. His language of crisis and emergency visualizes a future where human is merged with machine. He acquired Twitter to undo the platform that had turned woke and propelled Occupy and Occupy Wall Street. Black Lives Matter, Me Too. He replaced it with X to harness social media outrage, tailor the narratives to his views of the world as rulers and the ruled, where white fertility needed protection. Musk understood social media as a cybernetic collective that was helping humanity evolve into something posthumous and posthuman. If humans become deeply connected with machines, the book explains Musk's views almost every part of life could be programmed. And if everything can be programmed, then even the governments could be reprogrammed by those who control the tech. Voila.